What's up, everybody? It's Sugar Erica from the Classy Climb blog. I've got a great guest on. He is a sponsor of our 2022 boat party coming up this year. People love the shirt. Like I held up the shirt you shipped us. People
Yeah.
love the logo. They love the shirt color. So you may have to put that on black, because I wear black shirts all the time. It's all over.
Okay.
So if you put that on a black, I'm aware. Everybody, listen, come in, come in. A lot of you guys are always wondering how can people make six figures, start their own businesses and all stuff. Listen, let us walk you through the journey and then let you listen to it. Okay. So listen, you've come highly regarded. Like people were saying your name for years before we connected. And
Yeah.
so I want you to introduce yourself to the audience. Introduce
Oh,
yourself.
okay. Hey, how y'all doing? Classy Climbers. This is Mike SNEED. I'm one of the founders of Appliance Bootcamp. I teach people how to start their own appliance repair business. I've been doing appliance repair over 20 years. Been running my appliance repair business over 20 years. About 2 years ago, I had a good friend come by. At the time, I was. That's how I found you, Erica. We had an investment group, and we were trying to decide if we was going to buy a tractor trailer, get in transportation, to go buy some rental properties.
Hmm.
So I was in charge of researching the tractor trailers and stuff, and I found you, and then I also found JT Hustle. So I reached out to JT
JT
about
Automations.
JT Automations now. Yep. So I reached out to him about he was doing carrier service. So I
Hmm.
reached out to him. Him and I talked, and at the same time, he was kind of interested in what I was doing. And I was at that time I was doing something everybody was talking about, buy back the block. I was going over to Rocky Mount buying whole blocks of real
Rocky
estate.
Mountain.
Yes, top five place now to be in North Carolina, be in the United States. Top five place now. He was interested in that, and he wanted to come out and do a video on that. At the same time, I was paying high school kids to allow me to teach them how to repair appliances, hoping that I could get some
Mhm.
technicians out of it. He came to record the real estate. Instead, I told him I had to get back. I was teaching these high school kids. He said, I want to see you doing that." So he recorded that, and he said, "Hey, I want to put that on the channel." I said, "Man, you put that on the channel, people ain't gonna watch. Nobody care about the skilled trades." So he did. He put it on his channel. It blew. He came back to me and said, "Hey, I'm getting a lot of people who interested in starting learning how to repair appliances and starting their own business." We decided to put a course together. We put it together overnight. We had so many people signing up and registering it. It actually locked up our my bank account. They thought I was doing credit card. Yeah,
They were like, "What you doing over there, y'all scamming?"
yeah. So we done the course, and the course was a weekend course. So many times I have taught people how to start their own appliance repair business within a month. I had done it so many
Mhm.
times. I knew I could teach them in a month, but I told JT that I was going to do it. It was going to be a weekend course. And that weekend, I was going to teach you how to repair every type of appliance. I was going to teach you how to go out and get contracts, how to register your LLC, how to take advantage of the tax laws, I teach the five banking account methods, show you how to take the money from your appliance repair business, go out and buy real estate like I was doing. And I was giving you a whole system, a mini
Mike, lean
franchise.
into the mic. Lean
Can
into
you
your
hear me
mic.
now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Lean into
I
your
was
mic.
giving
Okay.
them pretty much a mini franchise. They can go out and start their own appliance repair business in a weekend. And a lot of people say you couldn't do it. So I couldn't do it. So we done it. The first group came through. After maybe a week or two of them leaving, I hadn't heard anything. I get a call from one of the guys. His name was Juan. He was like, he was working on dishwasher. I tell him how to fix it. I say, "Hey, this is your first one." He said, "Nah, I've been doing a couple of them." And all those guys wanted to know if they make $500 extra a week.
Hmm.
And so I asked him, I said, "Hey, are you able to make that extra $500?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "A week?" "No, probably once a day. Every other day he was making $500." And
Hmm.
so I called JT and I told him it worked. We had a couple of things that we had to actually tweak a little bit. After we tweaked them, it took off. And that was 2 years ago. Since then, we had over 1,500 people come through the appliance boot.
Woo!
Yeah, if you look at just about anybody that's on YouTube right now doing anything with appliance repair, more than likely you're gonna have our DNA on it. We have so many people got to the point when people start coming to the class. they were quitting their jobs before they walked through the doors. I
Hmm.
was getting them up and running. They're making $100,000 a year plus repairing appliances, and that's where we're at now. I still have the Appliance Bootcamp. I have a school. I bought a school, built the school with my son, and just picked two guys off the streets and say, "Hey, I want to show you the skilled trades." And we built our own school, paid for cash, everything in it. Also, as you know, my ice cream parlor. I have a son that has special needs, so him and I started an ice cream parlor. When I bought the school, I bought two buildings side by side, put the ice cream parlor next door. And that's what we're doing. We're still teaching people entrepreneurship. We have online classes and we have hands on.
Man, so you guys, if you went to the 2019 boat party, you may have remembered I had popcorn in the office, a big box of it, different flavors and everything. And y'all were in there wearing that popcorn out. I mean, that popcorn didn't have a chance to stand, right? A couple people packed some in their backpack to go. The popcorn came from Mr. Sneed over here. And so we were super grateful for the donation then and for now, right? Uh, what made you choose ice cream?
Ice cream. We were going. It's a place in Raleigh called Two Roosters.
Hmm.
My family and I, we were going there almost every other weekend getting real homemade ice cream. And I was looking for something that my son could do that could be repetitious, not that hard, that didn't require a lot of regulation, and didn't require a lot of capital to get started. So at
Hmm.
first, I was thinking about doing shaved ice. We have a lot of pelicans around here in North Carolina.
Right.
So I thought about doing the pelicans. That's a simple business, easy to get into, doesn't require a lot of stuff with the health department. So, but it's too seasonal. Pelican is mainly just during the summer, spring and summer months here.
Uh-huh.
But homemade ice cream is year round. We're getting homemade ice cream year round. So, in the process of me actually looking for a business plan to do the Pelicans shaved ice, I ran across a business plan for Mystic Ice Cream, where they do homemade ice cream. I bought his business plan, took his boot camp, and we started, and it took off. It took off.
You guys, we're only 7 minutes in, but I want y'all to understand how many action steps have just been bam, 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 bam. Right? So we had met JT. Let's do it. Let's knock it out in a weekend. Boom, it gets done. Right? You bought a school, right? Like not Dr. Omar style, but like actually bought a school, right? And just messing, just joking, everybody. Don't get on me in the bought a school, and then you started a business for your son. And what I talk to people all the time is like some people are not realizing that we're moving in an economy where truly, people complain about nepotism, but that's how it used to be. You had to create jobs for your own family, create jobs and opportunities for yourself. And I just want to salute you on that because
Oh, thanks.
not many people think like that. Like maybe I should create something for my son to do so he's busy and preoccupied instead of sending them out to try to find some type of job that would accommodate him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, correct. I'm not going to send him to like Lowe's or Walmart to be a greeter, or send him. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to send him to Wendy's.
Yeah, but you have more
Here,
control over it.
right, got more control, and he has his daily tasks. He does, and the staff knows his limitations too. So he's good.
I love it. I love it. That's really I like that. So every time I'm home in North Carolina, I get slammed with so many opportunities. I'd be like, I'm gonna go up there and see it, and then be like, hey, do 27 items for your family and stop by the farm. Man, be like, I'll never get up there, but I'm getting up there next time I go to North Carolina. I promise. Kids are getting ready to be out of school. What, 2 more Fridays in North
Two more
Carolina?
Fridays. Yeah, two
Yeah,
more
two more
Fridays.
Fridays. Yeah, so we'll have more free time. They're saying the ice cream was delicious. My brother is hoping for a sugar-free version.
Yeah, we just had a big open house that we done down in
Hmm.
Atlanta, and we're now mobile ice cream parlor. So we took the ice cream parlor down there to the open house in Atlanta, and we even have we took the apple moonshine. We from Johnston County, we
Hmm.
have to have our moonshine. So we have alcohol infused ice cream, done a Georgia peach cobbler, Oreo, vanilla, and I think we done strawberry cheesecake too.
So you have the building with the ice cream, and then you have like a mobile truck.
Yeah, yeah, we have a mobile truck that we do events and stuff for.
Hmm.
Also, we have a big box truck. So, like I said, I owned an appliance repair business for 20 some years. and we used to do all the deliveries and installs for the Sears and H Briggs and Best Buy. So I just took here in the little small town. I saw you put a post up the other day where the little small towns they want to keep things the way they are, don't
Hmm.
want to grow, and they stifle a lot of the businesses that's coming in.
Yes.
So what happened? That's one of the things we have here where they don't want you to have billboards and stuff up. So I took one of my box trucks and turned it into a mobile concession truck, and we wrapped it, and I bought a parking spot from a guy right there on the major highway that actually has that's our billboard. So
Isn't that funny that like all listen, that's my biggest kerfuff about North Carolina.
mm,
We have all these older historic buildings
mm.
and they want you to follow all these rules to maintain them. So then we have a bunch of cities and downtowns in eastern North Carolina that are just empty. People don't have time to go through a bunch of headache. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the historical they put together a little historical planning board, and they don't realize like for instance I bought two more buildings on the same main street,
Hmm.
and to renovate one of them, a pair of windows that was going to cost me $300 to fix. The historical place. No, we want you to do arches like they had back in the days. Now it's almost 2,000 per window. And they say, "Oh, well, you'll get your money back." How you know you ain't spending the money? You never built anything.
Exactly.
But
Well,
they'll say you get your money back.
it's always it's about as bad as the HOA. That was my whole
Yeah,
thing. People kept saying, "Oh, why don't you do this in North Carolina or do that?" And I said, "Listen, if I'd buy anything in North Carolina, I'm buying a tract of land and building my own little metal frame building
yeah,
with the brick on front. That's
yeah,
it."
yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, we had and I say this because I've told you guys this story before about in Fayetteville, North Carolina. There's a historic hotel. Well, the grandchildren of the guy who originally built the hotel, um, they kept complaining that the new guy that was from New York and Asian and Chinese was doing all this stuff and they didn't like it, and they like through a series of like weird laws and an auction got it back in the hands of the grandchildren who father lost the building, which allowed the Asian man to come by it. So, I'm always very, and this same area now has a $70 million baseball stadium.
Hmm.
So, like, in the span of 3 years, they took the land back from somebody else. And so, North Carolina for me gets on my nerves. I love the state. There's so much great about it, but there is some like old families still
Yeah,
muddling up the waters, which really drives me crazy. Um, there's so many good comments in the chat, you guys. Yeah, people are shocked. 1,500 students. This internet changes lives, y'all. I want y'all to understand, like, you can reach out and touch people like never before, and that's what
yeah.
I like about it.
I didn't realize the reach that it had until I done that first show with JT. And I remember driving down Interstate 40, and some guy pulled up beside me, and he's pointing. I thought I had a flat tire on the truck, so I pulled over on the side of the road, and he said, "Hey, weren't you on JT Hustle's channel?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I watch that all the time." And then I started having people ask for my autograph, and people asking to take pictures. It just really, I tell them all the time, Appliance Bootcamp and the alumni has really changed my life. Where I never thought in a million years that I would be doing this stuff that I'm doing. Where I have major corporations contacting me and wanting to sponsor us, and I've been all across the country. Right now, I'm on a tour where I got companies paying me to go to the different cities and teach Appliance Bootcamp to get more people into the skilled trades. And I never thought that would happen.
Man, listen, y'all. Some things y'all might have picked up and missed. Listen to what he said. He talked about he had a box truck and he wrapped it
Mm-hmm.
and he turned it into mobile. Y'all have to understand, like, just because one person says no, that don't mean stop. That mean what's the next option? And I've seen that a lot lately, where I see a box truck wrapped. People pay. I know for semi trucks, people pay $3,000 to $5,000 a month to wrap the trailer part,
Yeah.
and it drive around for a month. People with the box trucks pay $1,000, $2,000. So people could literally pay you to wrap your truck with their advertising. So think about what he said. He bought the truck and did that. It saves all kind of money. But
Mm,
I there's a lot of gems you're dropping, and I just want people to make sure they're hearing them because
mm,
um, action, action. When you keep taking action or you do little tweaks, that's how you make all the big moves.
mm,
So in your area, so now you got how many? Okay, so you got a block of buildings. You got the ice
mm.
cream. You got the popcorn. You got, is it a location in Atlanta or just a mobile truck in Atlanta?
Oh no, I just went down to Atlanta for an event.
Ah, I got you.
So
Like a
we have
pop
we
up.
have a we have a mobile truck that we have here. I have the appliance boot camp. Still have the appliance repair business. My nephew,
Hmm.
he pretty much runs my appliance repair business. We have the school. Also, I have my real estate that I do. So we still got our real estate. So like you say all the time, a lot of money come through this YouTube stuff,
Yeah.
and I pull the money off of YouTube and go throw it into property. I do that. Also, I'm a license holder for a lot of major companies. And what I mean by license holder, in order for a company like Sears, in order to them to go over and repair appliances, install appliances in people's houses, they have to have a licensed electrical contractor on staff. I have electrical contractor license in about 30 states. And
Woo.
so what happens, Sears, let's see, I don't want to give all the people names, but
Yeah.
Verizon and stuff. In order for Verizon to be able to climb up on the towers and work on the cell phone towers, they have to have a licensed electrical contractor on staff. And so you don't have to do any work. You just have to be kind of like a like a lawyer on on call in case they have any issues or have any questions. So I'll go take. I found out when I used to have an electrical contracting company, and I had to have about 7 or 8 different employees. I found out it's easier for me to go to the different states, take the test, get my license, and then kind of sell my license to major corporations, and they'll pay you for them, give you free insurance, free health insurance, and all that stuff. So I do that. So I have several different ways of getting my money, and the
Listen,
YouTube.
y'all. 31 states. Listen. Y'all not paying attention out here. We got a little feedback. Little feedback. I don't know if it's a TV behind you or what it is. Okay. So John said, "Have you talked to Mike Rowe yet? Please do." He's coming back with Dirty Jobs, like a whole new season, and they got a whole thing where they got some extra stuff they're doing this time around.
No, I haven't talked to Mac Rowe. I'll be honest. When I first got started doing the appliance boot camp, there was a lot of pushback, especially for the industry, because what people want, they want you to make technicians. A lot of
Hmm.
people wanted me to make technicians. They didn't want me to create a lot of entrepreneurs business ideas.
Handymans.
Yeah, they thought, oh, you're going to be flooding the industry. You're going to be if you're going to be teaching somebody in within a weekend how to start a business. You're just putting a lot of hacks out here who's just going to come out here and start to go take people money and stuff because appliance repair is the last of the skilled trades that doesn't require a contractor's license. Um,
Ooh, really?
yeah, unlike electrical and plumbing and HVAC, I have to get my electrical contractor license. I have to go work for somebody for 5 years, and then once you work for somebody for 5 years, they have to actually sign off to say you can go take the test. When you go take the state
That's
test,
so crazy.
yeah, and go take the
That's
state test.
ugh.
Yeah, go take that state
These
test.
systems are terrible.
Yeah, but they do that because they want the people who already got their electrical license or the HVAC license.
Mhm.
They want to make sure that they keep their license value stay up. So the less people we have coming in, the more our value keep our license hold their value. So that's why
But
I'm able to
but think
cover.
what happens now. We now have a generation of baby boomers who want to go home, and
Right,
we don't got nobody to replace him. And then you got to
right.
work
Don't
for
have.
him for 5 years. He tired. He don't want to work for 5 more years and sign off on you.
Yeah, I know what I thought.
Yeah.
I've been saying this forever. They knew that they was having this issue with not enough people coming in.
Hmm.
So what they done, they said they started shrinking it down so much. I think they're doing that so they can come in now and say, hey, we got to have the union come in because we ain't got enough contractors. I think the unions are trying to push their way in and say, hey,
Right.
we're gonna come in and we'll fill in the gaps of getting you more technicians out there.
Well,
But
I
like I said,
North Texas, we've kind of pushed all the way the other way. We were like, you don't even if you want to be a plumber, you go work under a guy for a year and get a certain amount of hours, and you can tell people you're a plumber in the state of Texas because we
the
just
same thing in North Carolina with the electrical contracting, they relaxed the test. So what they
okay.
done, they took a lot of the math off, a lot of requirements. You had to make at least a 75. Now you can almost make a 69 and still get your license.
Hmm.
But they only doing it for a short period of time in order to fill
Fill the
those
gap.
Then once those numbers come back, then they're gonna have to go back and say, hey, less than a 2% pass rate. So once they get them in. So now that's why I've been telling people with Appliance Bootcamp, this right here was our way to get back into the skilled trades. So what I wanted people to do, come to the Appliance Bootcamp, start your appliance repair business. You make just as much as an electrical contractor and an HVAC contractor. Now you got enough money now where you can actually you learn how to start your business. You learn you have ways to employ your family members. Now, if you have a niece or a son or a daughter or a nephew who have the capacity to actually take the test and pass it, you tell them, hey, I got you as far as your salary and stuff because my business generate enough cash where I can actually pay for you to go work for somebody, subsidize your income for you to work for them for 3 or 4 years to actually get the time in where you can go take the test. Once you take the test, you bring those licenses back to my company, and we lock them in to our company for the rest of our generations. And you constantly have somebody constantly taking that test all the time. And so that's what our long term plan is.
Well, right now, I told you, I think I've talked to you about my nephew, and I think I've talked on here ad nauseum, probably getting on y'all nerves. But like my nephew is 15, has lawn care business, 70 yards. He's doing all this. And I said, okay, listen, in about 3 years, it's hot outside. Just in case you want to do something different, I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to send you somewhere because he's like, oh, I don't need college. I already got a business. I got this. We're like, yeah, baby, but you need some type of certification and skills. So in about 3 years, I'm gonna send you somebody.
Yeah, we actually had people come through here and as young as 8, I think 8 and 9,
Mhm.
13-year-old. Matter of fact,
He's 15 and 6 foot tall almost. So
oh,
yeah.
he'd be great. He'd be great. I often tell a story. The people who are the ABC alumni, it was the Sims family out of Chicago.
Hmm.
We done JT and I done like a scholarship giveaway. His mom won it, and I think it's 6 kids, and the 6 kids and the father came, and they actually came to my old building, and they took the appliance boot camp. The young kid, I think at that time he was probably about 8, 9 years old.
Where's
Uh,
that in Selma?
it's something. They came
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Chicago. My old building was in Pine Level, the
Hmm.
next little town over, before I built this one. So they was at the old building. They came through. At that time, I had a vending machine business where we actually put gumball machines and stuff out. And the little young boy kept asking me about my gumball machines, and I was telling him, hey, you can buy a gumball machine for like $50. You can go put it out at a storefront and get about $50, $60 a month. And then if you put 10 of them out, you got $500, $600. I was just telling them about it. So at the end of the weekend, I see him back there writing while I'm teaching the business portion. He asked me at the end of the day, hey, can I come by and talk? Can I come up there and talk to you? He had his
Hmm.
little notebook and he had wrote out a business plan about all his gumball machines, where he was gonna put them at, and everything. And I was so shocked that he was paying attention that I gave him one of my gumball machines.
I love it. I
About a
love it.
month later, his mom sent me a video. He got gumball machines everywhere in Chicago. A year
I
later,
love it.
I'm at my ice cream parlor, and the family walked into the ice cream parlor. I was like, "Oh, what's up? Y'all traveling through North Carolina?" And they was like, "Not so much." And they said the little young guy started his gumball machine. He was so inspirational to his other older brothers and sisters. They started a clothing company online, and then from the clothing company online, they bought a house in Apex, North Carolina. They moved to Apex, North Carolina. And then the family now is running their appliance repair business out of Apex. You come to my ice cream parlor, his gumball machines and stuff in my ice cream parlor. So they moved the whole family out of Chicago out to North Carolina. And they took
Listen, because they need Chicago is rough. No.
yeah.
Come on to North Carolina, build a business. Welcome to the state. Listen, my nephew, that was my nephew calling. I said, all right, make sure you get ready for the appliance boot camp this summer. He's like, what are you talking about? But yeah, so there's some of your students in here. Tanya Sneed today, mom's really proud of you. They got them in the chat here. I like her thumbnail. I see that shirt, girl. And
That's
so
my sister.
I see you. And so there's a lot of people in here saying, hey, this guy did where did that? Okay, somebody said they're alum. They did 170K their first year and
Yeah,
350,000 their second year.
yeah.
What is a challenge your students are facing? Is it like money management? Is it like marketing? What's something that's kind of like hitting them that you try to help them with?
Well, no. When they come to me, they get everything. They get the money
Mm-hmm.
management. We use the five banking account methods where I tell them when they get their money, I like to have five banking accounts. One of them is the operating account. They keep 50% of whatever
Mm-hmm.
money come in. So if they get $1,000, 500 stay in the operating account. They get a 15% tax account. So every time money come in, they make $1,000, 150 go to the tax. 10% profit account. So they make 1,000, 100 go to profit. They take that money and celebrate with their family. They take half
Mm-hmm.
of whatever kind of follow profit first. They take half of the
Yeah.
money that's in there at the end of every quarter, go out and we celebrate, have a good time. And 25% owners pay. So that's the money that they use to pay themselves. And what I normally tell them to do before they quit their job, but they don't listen, before they quit their job, I tell them whatever they bring home. So if they bring home, say $4,000
Mhm.
a month, I tell them to multiply that times three. That's 12,000. They don't quit their job and they just do one or two stops per day until their owners pay get to 12,000. When it gets to 12,000, they can now replace their paycheck that their company was paying them. And now that's a smoother transition from going from self-employment and jumping out of corporate America. So I tell them how to take care of all of that. I show them how to market. I show them how to go out and get contracts, how to actually build for the contracts, the algorithms that the third-party warranty companies uses. I tell them all of that. So
Like
they get
Google local services and all that other stuff.
starting off not quite because what happened, they
Hmm.
got to actually learn the trade.
Right.
So
Okay.
I don't want them going out doing COD and going out to the actual public first.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they're gonna
Gotcha.
start off. They're gonna start off doing third party warranty companies, and third
Oh.
party warranty companies, some like American Home Shield, Old Republic, they'll actually pay you $85 an hour to actually repair appliances. So what'll happen? They're gonna go out there and they're gonna pay them $125 to actually diagnose the problem. They're gonna
Hmm.
call the warranty company up and they're gonna tell them, hey, I need this drain pump to go in the washing machine. The warranty company will send them the drain pump and pay them another $125 to install it. So they're going to do it that way. That way, they're not coming out their pocket paying for parts. It's going to
Right.
keep their cash flow coming because a lot of times they have deductible when they go knock on the customer door. They'll give them $100 now for their deductible, and then the third party warranty company will send them the remaining $150 in about 2 days.
Right.
So now they got cash flow, they're good, and now they're actually learning the trade while they're earning money. So now they're going out there, they're learning the trade, and that third party warranty company protects them and the actual customer. Because if they have to go out there three times and get three different parts, it's not going to cost the customer any more money, and it's
Right.
not going to cost the technician slash business owner any more money either because he's not buying the parts. The third
Right.
party warranty company is sending them to him, but you can only bill them for that 250 completed call. So you do that until you get your skills set up. Once you get your skills set up, I recommend just getting you a website, finding somebody local to build it, and somebody local to do your SEO. Because if your website go down, you don't want to be calling somebody on the internet that's way over there in California and you in North Carolina. You want to be able to walk over there, knock on their door, and sit there until
Be
they
like,
get the
get to
website.
making it work.
That's right, until they get it back to work. But the appliance, just like any skilled trade right now, it's so wide open. It's not really a lot of marketing you have to do. All you got to
Right.
really do put just a letter on your put a some letters on your truck. Say, hey, I repair appliances and a phone number, and just answer the phone. That's it. I tell people all the time. I was in the middle on the Grand Cayman Islands. We swimming out there in the middle of the Caribbean Ocean, and somebody asked me, "What do you do for a living?" I say, "I repair appliances." And a lady swam all the way out there where I was at, and she was like, "I got a dishwasher that's broken. I can't find anybody to fix it. Can you go with me out to my house right now, and I'll pay you to fix my dishwasher?" And I wanted to go, but my wife and them get mad because every time I go somewhere, somebody's asking me about appliance repair and stuff. She said, "We
Hmm.
on vacation. 'Cause I wanted to film it." But yeah, I have yet to go anywhere
Now
and
that
somebody
lady swam. She swam all the way there. She had cash.
yes, yes. But
Tell the wife we
yeah,
got we
so
got to do what we got to do. She swam out here, baby.
Yeah, so now there's so much work out here for appliance repair. It's not a lot of advertising you have to do. Some people don't even have websites. Some people don't even have business cards. Just word of mouth, and you get into one neighborhood. If you get into one good neighborhood, they'll just pass you around, and they just want to use you exclusive. They don't want you going nowhere else. They'll put
Right.
you on their next door app. They'll put you on their Facebook group, and they'll just say, "Hey, just service our neighborhood, and you good." I can just stay in two neighborhoods where I live at. I live in Clayton, North Carolina. I can be in,
Clayton.
yes,
Man,
I can
Clayton used to
be
be nowhere. Now Clayton is somewhere.
yeah yeah
Y'all don't get that if you're not from North Carolina. Clayton used to be nowhere.
yeah.
Used to
It's
be the
funny.
country.
It's funny. You ask somebody, they say, "Wait, you live in Johnson County?" No, I live in Clayton. They don't even
Nah, like
consider
I don't
Clayton no
live over
more.
there with them people. I live
Yeah,
in Clayton. So
yeah,
yeah, y'all know there's just rural areas in North Carolina that used to be like, y'all living over there? No, I live in Clayton.
yeah.
Um, so there's listen, y'all. He's already got me in my brain churning right now of like I've got a cousin out of prison. I'm about to send his way. He's super friendly guy, great smile, and it would be easy for him to do. He's
Yeah,
handy. So
yeah,
it's just different things I'm thinking of. This is what I want y'all to understand is in the coming years, as Terry the electrician said, us Gen Xers want to retire too. Listen,
yeah.
y'all burning out the people that can fix things. We gonna need about, we gonna need about 1 to 3 to maybe 5 million men to come on back into the blue collar, and this is one of the ways they're gonna do it, and it's
Yeah,
the
it
way to get
is.
good pay.
Yeah, and I always tell people too, when we're filling out LLC papers
Hmm.
with the state, it's nowhere on there they ask you, have you committed a felony? Have you been to
Right.
jail? They don't ask you for your social security number. They don't ask you, have you filed bankruptcy? None of that stuff. And
Hmm.
it's not for like five little questions you fill out. You can tell them you don't even have an office. You don't have to put a physical location in. Send them $125 and you got your business and you up and running.
See, people try to. I apologize, y'all.
No, you good. You good.
I literally swam today, and that water beat my leg. I'm like, whoo, help
Yeah.
us, Jesus! We're bringing the coffee up right now. I've been on 100-day like fast in the morning, swim in the morning, and then
Mhm.
and then come in here and
Yeah.
it's kicking the butt now. It's starting to feel it. Like, all right, we're getting older. You guys got some great conversation in here. This first one cracked me up. We burned the boats after we land on shore. He
Yeah,
says,
that's
leave it.
DCNF. DCNF was one of the guys. He's one of our great alumni. He came from out the military, and he was one of the first ones to come through my class. And they got a location in Nashville, Tennessee, and he got a location.
Nashville.
Yeah, he got a location in Atlanta, Georgia. Him and his partner, and they are killing it. They are
Man,
killing
they gonna be repairing stuff all day long in Atlanta. Them Airbnbs, they be throwing parties at them. I see it on the internet. I see it on the gram.
it.
So Terry, the electrician, said, I learned the 5 bank account system from Mike. Got my first quarterly profit distribution 2 years ago and bought me a nice smoker for my backyard. So Terry sounds like he's going to provide us with barbecue. Terry, I'll be in Atlanta for like a day and a half, May 21st. So get the
Will you be
smoker.
there 21st?
I'm gonna go to Todd Millie's thing. I'm gonna support his Dennis Kimbrough. I was supposed to have Dennis Kimbrough on the channel. We
Yeah, I
just
remember.
couldn't make it work for various reasons. And so I'm just trying to support people doing positive stuff in different places.
Okay, yeah, it's funny. We built a channel truck, an old
Hmm.
military truck for Appliance Bootcamp, and somebody paid for me to take it over to Rick Ross car show. So we'll be there the 21st with
In
the
Atlanta.
in Atlanta for Appliance Bootcamp, Rick Ross car show the 21st. I'll be there on the 20th. I don't know what time, but they're telling me the time I need to load it up on the 20th. We'll be at his house, and then we'll be
Hmm.
going over to on there on the actual car show on the
Send me
21st.
send me the info. I'll come. I mean, because
Okay.
when I go to Atlanta, I pretty much eat all the food I can, go see all the stuff, and then leave real quickly. I'd be like, y'all doing too much over here. The energy's
Okay.
weird. Y'all doing too much out here. I can't take
Uh,
it.
yeah.
I did a whole show yesterday about like y'all doing
Mm,
too much. Something's off here. I got to go. So that's good because I was gonna go, and then I was gonna go to North Carolina afterwards to get my hair redone,
mm,
or just done different set of braids.
mm,
But this is really important, you guys. The 5 bank account system, you don't have to go over it right now, but I think it's very important that you teach folks this because I think we're such a used to a paycheck society. I
Mhm.
get a paycheck, I spend it however I want,
Mhm.
right? So sometimes I even have to talk about stocks and investing like that. I have to say, just take $25 and put it over here. You
Mhm.
was gonna spend the 25 anyway. You know what
Right.
I mean? And so teaching people an easy system that they can understand works well.
Yeah, you have to, because I tell anybody, a business is worse than any crackhead aunt or uncle you had. You take every penny you got if you leave it in
It's
that
the
checking account.
worst.
I tell everybody, if you had $20 and you had somebody else smoking crack in your house, you would not leave $20 in the dresser. Do not leave no money in that bank account. It'll take every penny, and you have to allocate it out. And then eventually it gets to a point where you start to, as your money start to grow, you
Hmm.
start to like it, and you start to really pay attention to it. And I tell them too, that's the way that you can get a lot of your buy-in from your spouse. You know, a lot of times we say our spouse and them don't support us in our business because
It's a
they
mess.
know most of the time you got money, the next time you're dead broke, and it's either feast or famine. So with that profit account, I'll tell them what I tell them to do, especially if they got significant others. If you go out and you make $1,000, you get $1,000, which is quite common in our
Yeah.
industry. You wake up in the morning, you get $1,000 deposited into your account. What you do, you go to the bank and you get 20, you get 5 20s, you get $100, but you get it in 20, and you bring it home and you set it onto the bank, onto the dresser or the nightstand where your wife or a significant other can see it, and you just let it stack up all week. And at the end of the week, you just go over to Lowe's or Home Depot, buy you one of those little safes that you can put into your closet right there in the corner, screw it down so can't nobody come get it, screw it down like in the corner of it, and go to the bank and get those little $2,000 bands for 20s. I think they're little purple bands.
Yeah.
And every time you keep stacking it up, it don't take long if you get 2,000. You stack it up, put a $2,000 stack in there, and after about you got 2 or 3 stacks in there, you just call home, call back home one day, say, hey, I forgot to put that money in that safe this morning. Tell your wife to go put it in, and she look in there and she see those 2 or 3 stacks of $2,000 in there, man. She start to really appreciate what you're doing. And then you can take that money at the end of the quarter, what Terry's talking about. I tell them whatever money they saved up at the end of the quarter, just take half of it and go splurge. Go buy something. Buy your wife a nice pocketbook. Buy you if you then want to go over to DR, do that crazy stuff, do it with that money, whatever you're gonna do with. But now you can actually splurge, and especially with wives and stuff, they don't want to feel like they're taking money and go and buy a nice purse when they feel like they could have done something with the house or something for the kids. But if they know that that's that quarterly distribution money, they don't feel guilty then. And now Christmas comes 4 times a year. So now instead of waiting for December to have a ball, like now we're trying to plan what we're going to do because now our family feeling a little bit more relaxed about getting outside the country again.
Yep.
Yesterday we were driving down to see my mom for Mother's Day. That's what we talked about, where we're going to go for our vacation this time. And we know the quarter is coming up. We're gonna have money stacked up. We're gonna have a great vacation.
This is, you guys. I'm gonna already wrote it down in my notes. I'm making that a whole clip. It's gonna be on Instagram here pretty shortly. I want you to understand something. When it comes to business, it is not like we're so used to getting a paycheck every 2 weeks. And what bothers my family is they used to see like, man, Erica, you have 50,000 in your bank account, and then now it's like less than 10K. They'd be like, oh Lord, right? Or I went to go get a bank loan, and this is many years ago, and he was like, look, every month 20, 30 grand is coming in and out of this bank account, and it's going right back out. Like, what are you doing? And I'm thinking, well, if money's in here, it's dead money. Any money that goes in this bank account, it needs to be working for me. It needs to be busy. And so what you have to understand is you almost have to um, hide money from yourself. So the whole bank account thing he's talking about, y'all, it's a real thing. Like you almost have to hide money from yourself. And that's kind of the game I played when it came to stocks. Like I would just take money away from myself, put it there, and so it would be there. It'd be a cushion, it'd be a saving. Um, we could do a whole 20, 30 minute conversation about money because there's guys that you see always hustling and they're always broke and their wife is always complaining or their
Yeah.
house always looks bad. Like there was a roofer in our neighborhood over here in Austin, Texas, and
Mm-hmm.
he had 3 F-250 trucks, and they were nice. They were old. They were new-ish. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Hispanic guy. His own roof and front yard looked like a mess. And I would be thinking, make them workers work a weekend at your house. How are you got three trucks? Because they would park their trucks there, and then the
Hmm.
workers would come to his house, park their cars, and get in the
Uh,
trucks and go.
yeah,
Um, and in my head, I go, that's exactly why families get frustrated.
yeah, they do. And
They
I'll be
see it.
honest. Uh, even like for instance, I buy real estate, and I have to keep telling myself, not like now. I just went. I had to take some money out this morning to go get a piece of real estate, and I have to keep telling myself that the money hasn't gone anywhere. Instead of it sitting in the bank account, it's just sitting on the lot. But it's a mind mess up. You usually, like you say, saying $50,000, $60,000 in cash. Then they say you down to 4 or 5 thousand, and you have to start keep telling yourself, my money is not going anywhere. I just got it sitting in real estate. If my mom listens, my mom and I have that debate all the time because she constantly tells me, stop buying so much property. Why you keep buying property? You
Got
buying
to.
too much property. I said, they ain't making no more property. And I said, I don't need the cash to live right now. I got
Mhm.
enough cash flow to live, but I need to store it up for my kids and grandkids. And the best place for me to store it is in real estate. And sometimes they get mad because I tell them I'm playing Monopoly. They say, well, you ain't finished some of the real, like I got a lot of real estate I haven't finished. They be like, why you don't fix that up first before you move to the other one? I said,
It don't work
different,
like that.
yeah, I said, different stages. Right now, real estate was, at that point, it was really cheap. So I go out and I just buy a bunch of cheap real estate. And then when I get to a point where real estate has gotten too high, now I'm going back now and fixing them up. So I say it's like Monopoly. You go around the board, buy all the properties, then you come back and put the houses and the hotels on. You don't do them all at the same time.
Right, right, right. Um, listen, what is it called in Britain? Tell me, John. Terry is a killer on that smoker. So Terry said we need all three of us need to hook up. Then yeah, I'll be there. I already got the ticket to the event, and I already bought the plane ticket to go to all Atlanta. I think I just gotta look with the VA, book my hotel. They be booking Marriott, but sometimes I'll be like, that's the wrong Marriott, baby. Don't put me on that side of town. I want to live. I need my legs. Um, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep us posted. I'll email both of y'all before I leave here.
Okay.
Uh, he said, "Car show. You better put on a bulletproof vest." Well, what's going on that weekend? I don't know. The prices are a little bit higher because Atlanta from here to Austin is always like $150, and I think the VA spent 300. I said, "What you doing? Where does money going?"
Yeah, it was funny. I didn't know anything about it, the car show, and then once I started hearing about it, I've been looking at it. This big thing. Him and DJ Envy having like a little competition,
Hmm.
and a lot of people are going there. And I was surprised when I saw the amount the person had paid to put my truck in it. Somebody, is a subscriber that I asked him, could I give their name? They have a real estate company, but he doesn't want
That's
to
fine.
give their name. But
Hmm.
he wanted to see more people get into the skilled trades. So he was happy with what we're doing with the Appliance Bootcamp. They do a lot of real estate. And I think it was $750 or $850 he had to pay for me to be able to take my truck to the show.
I like it. I like it. So it says Fayetteville, GA. Is it far away from Atlanta?
That's where I'm at. I don't know. I've been saying Atlanta. I thought he lived in Atlanta. It's Fayetteville, Atlanta. So it should be right there, kind of like Lawrenceville and stuff like that, but they still say Atlanta. I don't think it's far.
Okay, okay.
I looked at it, it's like 6.5 hours, so about the same distance to Atlanta. I think it's just like a little suburb right outside Atlanta. But
Okay.
somebody from Atlanta probably knows.
Let me see. I'm putting it in my GPS here real quick.
That's no problem.
Because, I don't always get a rental car. I'd be like, drive me somebody. Okay. ABC has been a blessing. Not only did I learn a skill set, I learned how to build a business from scratch and now looking for more. All right, Kurt.
Yeah, it was crazy. I remember the first time we went to. We have a national conference every year that we go to, and I remember the first year after I'd done appliance boot camp. Like I say, I got a lot of pushback at the beginning, so I was kind of nervous going back to our national conference. I didn't know the reception I was going to get from everybody. And it used to be when I went, I would be the only African American, maybe one of the African American in the whole trade center. But I remember the first year after we started applying boot camp, we go there. I saw so many African Americans. It was crazy. And to get there and to have conversations with people who had paid $100,000 to buy franchises, and the alumni from Appliance Bootcamp was making more money than the people who had paid $100,000 for a franchise was making. And this last time we just had at Encompass, shout out to Encompass and Reggie Williams for them for putting it on. SSG Academy, she's a young lady who owns a appliance repair school down in Atlanta, Mona Sims. We came together and Appliance Alliance, TK and EJ and Zach and all of them. Uh, we came together and done like a trade, a mini open house and kind of a little mini trade show with some training. And we had over 200 business owners show up. And out of that 200, is probably every bit 180, 190 were African American men who had just came into and women. We have a lot of women that have just came into the actual industry in the last 2 years, and they were doing well, doing well. And a lot of the industry leaders. Matter of fact, one of our alumni, EJ from Appliance Alliance, he actually won Servicer of the Year for the nation for less than 3 men. We have a lot of alumni. You know, Miss Rochelle Ward
Yep.
for Tech the Titans. Uh, uh,
Tech the
yes,
Titans.
Miss Rochelle, Terry the electrician, and Lamar, all three of them are proud alumni too. We're very proud. They have came in because what happened, like the three of them, they had all this expertise within their industry. You know, Miss Ward has a lot of expertise and a lot of money that those companies, corporate America, had put into her to actually train her to run business units, and she just needed some place to tap it into, to plug that all that training to. And she came to Appliance Bootcamp, and we gave her a place where she could plug in all that training and all that resources that corporate America had put into them. Same thing with Lamar and DCNF coming out the military, all that training and stuff they had put into them. We gave them something that they could actually plug that training to and actually take advantage of
I love it. I love it. Somebody, well, Terry Electrician said his wife loved Prince. Okay.
it.
And so,
Okay, brought a lot of personal ability. There you go.
um, and then my mom's first husband looked like Prince, but that thank God that ain't my daddy. That's a whole nother conversation. Thank God that ain't my daddy. But anyway, started my business during the pandemic. I didn't know it was a pandemic. Business was booming.
Yeah,
Pandemics was getting focused and find your lane. I keep trying to let y'all know if the pandemic didn't bring out the hustler, the business owner, the new woman or man in you, I just don't know where it's at. It's just dead. Yeah, I don't know where you gonna find it. You guys got to go find it. The government won't never let a good pandemic go to waste. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, yeah. It was kind of funny, like John F. Kennedy said, he didn't know about the Great Depression until he got to school and read about it. That was the same thing. I didn't know there was a pandemic going on unless I turned the news on. I stopped
No,
listening to the news.
listen, when I went to North Carolina, the only reason I knew something was going on with food is like pork was like $8, bacon was $8 in North Carolina. I said, "This is North Carolina. We got pigs
Yeah,
everywhere." I ain't never seen pork be more than $2 in North Carolina.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I actually started the ice cream parlor in the middle of the pandemic, middle of not being able to go into the restaurants and stuff.
Mike is buying the block. Yes, at the beginning of the show, we talked about him owning an ice cream machine. Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
and that's another business that a lot of people haven't tapped into. Is just as lucrative as the appliance repair business, and it also has low barrier entry. So if you're somebody looking to get into the restaurant business and you don't want to spend a lot of money, you can start an ice cream parlor for less than $15,000, and the ice cream parlor generate you anywhere between $500 to $1,500 a day. It don't take much to do it, and the good thing about it with the ice cream parlor, you don't have to go through the health department like you do a restaurant. So with the ice cream parlor, you're up under the Department of Agriculture. So the Department of Agriculture, they look at it as if you stay in business, you help the farmers. So they want to do everything to make sure that you stay in business, and all they're going to do is make sure that you're buying pasteurized milk and stuff from a licensed dairy. If
Hmm.
versus if you go to the health department and you start a restaurant, their thing is they're protecting the public from you. So they coming around trying to find stuff all the time. Department of Agriculture.
Listen, North Carolina be worrisome. The
Yeah,
tax
yeah.
office, y'all, when I had my coffee shop, the tax office came into the building talking about taxes. I was like, first of all, why are you in the building? Like,
Uh-huh.
we don't do that. Like, call me if you need me
Uh-huh.
to come your way, but don't do that now.
It's good. And unlike if you got a restaurant and you bake too many potatoes, you got to throw them away at the end of the night.
Hmm.
If I make too much ice cream, I just turn the freezer up. It'll be there tomorrow when we get there. It's good.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. He said a lot of us started in the pandemic.
Mm.
Okay, I like it. I like it. So again, it's 145 people here. We've been here 50 minutes. Hit the like button. Listen, you guys, if you come to the boat party, you will see him there among many of our other sponsors. I'm working on the banner. We're working on getting it worked on. Listen, it's a lot going on this year, but you can decide left, right, or center which way you want to go. Everybody ain't gonna get into tech. Everybody ain't gonna get into this. Everybody ain't gonna get into that. But there's people who have packages and systems that you can follow, and that's the number one thing. When people think they're gonna just quit a job, I'm like, hey, you need a system, you need a process, you need a way to go about things, and that's why I brought him on, and I'm super glad. So tell us, Mike, what are some things they can do as far as getting the class, get ready to class?
Okay. You can go to our website at appliancebootcamp.com and you can take the class. We got several different versions. We have the online class. If you want to get the online class, right now we have the online class. We call a 60-day special. Excuse me, a 90-day special. We got a 90-day special. And what I want to do, I want to get you up and running and your business running in 90 days. So everything that you need to know, it teaches you how to repair the appliances, how to go get the contracts, to file banking accounts, how to actually register your LLC. Everything you need to know how to start your own appliance repair business is in that 90-day special, and that's $500. That's a one-time payment, and you get everything. Like I say, to get an actual to go by and get a business plan on how to actually start an appliance repair business for some of the major businesses that offer them the franchises. You're looking at $100,000 or more, and our alumni were out earning them. Last time we talked to some of them. If you don't want to do that, you want to do monthly payments.
Hmm.
We do have a five-course bundle. In the five-course bundle, not only you get the appliance repair business, all the businesses I've ran my life and actually been profitable at, you'll get it. You'll get the appliance repair business. You'll get the actual blender business. You'll learn how to fix the blenders that they have at the Tropical Smoothie, Smoothie King, Starbucks. I teach you that business. You get the dryer vent cleaner business, how to start a business cleaning dryer vents. You also get the garage door installation and repair business. I teach you how to install and repair garage doors. You can go out to Home Depot, Lowe's, get a contract with them installing their garage doors. You also would get the ice cream parlor business. So you get
Hmm.
the ice cream parlor business, how to actually start and run your own ice cream parlor like I do. You'll get and once you buy it one time, you're in for lifetime. And any new businesses that I add, you'll get. So the businesses you'll get this year that I'm adding, you'll be getting the actual kettle corn business, how to actually start a kettle corn business. And next year, when I'll be turning 50 in November, and I'll be officially retired. I'll be officially retired. I'll be turning on and leaning a lot more on my real estate. So once
Hmm.
I make sure that my real estate can support me and my lifestyle, you'll get my real estate business. But you'll get all of it right now. It's five businesses. In the end, you should have it'll be several total businesses you can get. If you get the online version of that, that's $1,700. We do have monthly payments on that. You can get in for as little as $199 a month. And as soon as you make your first $199 a month payment, you got access to all of the businesses, all the videos. And the videos that we have is not something that will take you 6 months to look at. The appliance repair business is a weekend thing. You can look at everything in a weekend and then go out there and implement it and get going. All our courses, you can look at them in less than 2 days and actually go out there and implement them. And I want you to look at them in a short period of time. I don't want no long course to get you out there 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, and then you don't complete it. and then I don't get any feedback. I want you to go out there and take the kung fu that I give you all and come back and tell me if it works or not. So you have that where you can get that as little as $199 a month, and you'll make your money back in the 1,700. To be honest, you'll make that money back in less than a month, in less than a week. To be honest, if I'm truly honest with you, you'll make the money back in less than a week. And I tell any and everybody, you you gotta get into the you're gonna have to find something to do.
Right.
And I say get into the skilled trades. I go back to Frederick Douglass back in the middle of slavery. That's what he told people. He said, "Learn a trade or starve." You got to get in here and learn these skilled trades. The
Hmm.
money is here. One appliance repair business. If you were to get one appliance repair business, it could be the anchor for your whole family tree. Not just
Hmm.
you. I mean your whole family tree. My nephews have worked with me. All my brothers have worked with me. My sister-in-laws have worked with me. All my kids have worked with me.
It's changed
My
your life.
it changed my whole life. Everything that you could think of, appliance repair has done it. Just changing somebody a belt on somebody dryer. I went to college. I graduated from North Carolina A&T with electronics and a computer technology degree. The first year of college, first semester, I flunked out. I flunked out my first semester, and I went back. My dad made me come home and work. He said I messed up the old people money. I was on somewhat of a scholarship, and he said I messed the people money up. So I had to go back and pay my dad the money that I messed up before he let me go back to school. I went back to school, graduated, but that same school, because of appliance repair, I ended up on the advisory board for the same school that I flunked out on, telling the deans and the professors how to actually teach and work on the curriculum. So appliance repair is great. I don't know any other business right now that we can get in with such a low barrier of entry that pays as much money as appliance repair does. We had one time what we was calling a challenge. I was telling anybody if you find any career, find out how much money they earn per hour. And I said appliance repair is like Forrest Gracie was in the UFC when he first came out doing that Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He could kick anybody butt that you put in the
Hmm.
ring. I said find any career, bring them out, and we'll find out how much money they earn and per hour. I go out the next day in my van and I'll beat them. And I think the last one we got to was a brain surgeon,
Yep.
either a brain surgeon or a heart surgeon. They make about $250 per hour. For us, an appliance repair, a seal system technician, somebody doing refrigeration, that's the highest earner. He was making 250 per hour. I went out the next day, made 400 some dollars an hour, and I beat them. And we got so much hate mail from people calling in saying we were telling people not to go to college, telling people, and the doctors were calling in and say, hey man, they were upset. Say, hey, I wish somebody would have got to me early on. I'm on almost $1 million in debt, and I got to keep being. And I don't like being a doctor, but I got to keep doing it because I'm too far into it. My friends,
Over leverage, basically.
yep, my friends that were dentists, and they probably be calling me after I get off the get off of this. But my
Hmm.
friends that are dentists and stuff, they actually tell me that too. They was like, man, it's crazy, you make more money than we do, and all you got is just a $2,500 van. I got $1 million worth of office, dental office, and the sad thing about it, I don't go out and do repairs anymore. That's the thing. My mom called me every day. You working today? Yeah, I'm working. Well, you're not in the van. She's been doing that for the last 10 or 15 years. I don't have to go out there and do repairs. I ain't been in the van um, really, realistically, about 15 years. But my dentist office friend, people that I know that are dentists, they got to go every day and put their hand in somebody's mouth. It's fun when you're 25. When you're 45, you don't want to get up in the morning and go put your hand in nobody's mouth all day. But they got to still do it. And they're envious of it. You make more than we do, and you ain't got to go out there. So appliance repair, I tell you, is a great field to get into. You need to get in now before they close the door because once they start requiring contractors license, and I know they're going to do it just like they done HVAC and plumbing because you make the same amount of money doing appliance repair as you would if you had an HVAC or plumbing contractor's license. Not somebody, an HVAC or plumber technician, HVAC and plumber contractor. you make that same amount of money, and they're going to eventually going to actually start requiring you to have license.
Okay, right, right. I mean, and this is what I think. I think a lot of y'all don't understand that America is this last shiny beacon of flexibility, hope. You could come over here from wherever, get a business license, and get rolling,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, and people don't understand that as you know, we have world issues. More people gonna come here and they gonna do exactly what we said. Like you see it in trucking, you see it in different trades.
Yeah.
Like they gonna go where they know it doesn't matter if you like me. You need this. You need this. You need repair. You need this to be fixed, etc., etc.
Yeah. And I forgot to tell them too. We do have a real live school. So this is my school. We have all the appliances and stuff in here. So if you want to come here to the school and do hands-on training, that's $3,000, and you can make payments on that too. But and also if you do the hands-on, you get the online also.
Flip it back around. Flip it back around. I'm gonna zoom in. Flip it back around.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do like this. I was trying
There
to
you go.
hold on.
I
Can y'all see that?
Yeah. So we have all the appliances right here in the school. So you come here to our school, and we'll actually teach you. You can do the hands-on. It's just a weekend. And, I always tell people it doesn't take a long time for me to teach you how to start an appliance business and how to repair appliances and how to start a business. I can do it in a weekend. So it's just a weekend. You come out and I'll teach you everything you need to know to run your own appliance repair business.
Okay, I need a 15-year-old discount.
Yeah, yeah, no
I'm
doubt, no
messing with
doubt.
you. I'm
No,
messing with
no, no. We'll talk after when
for
we hang
sure.
up. Because like I said, I want to thank you too, Erica. You and JT, the only two that have really came out and actually allowed us to come on and share your platform with you. Ones that really had a huge following, and I've gone to just about everybody and say, hey, just pick anybody out of your subscriber base and send them to me, and I get them making $100,000 in less than 3 months. Uh, Send them to me. No experience at all. I can do it because I'm giving them my system that I know works. Because I've been doing it 15 years. If they do it, I know that it's going to work if they follow my direction.
Hmm.
Just to get on their show, and nobody has really taken me up on it, but
It,
I
it's
want to.
it's it's crazy right now.
I
YouTube is a
know.
crazy world right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's there's been some algorithm changes, so a lot of people have been hesitant. But I tell people, I'm like, y'all gonna see paid traffic this summer. You're gonna see that. You're gonna notice it. Instagram, paid traffic, all this stuff. You see a lot of changes.
Yeah, so I want to thank you for that. And like I say, I really appreciate that. And we've been, if anybody else had done what the Appliance Bootcamp industry, they have the alumni. Not this is not me. The alumni has turned this industry upside down, to the point where in less than 2 years, you got Miss Ward, DCNF, you got
Hmm.
EJ, you got Terry the electrician, you got Lamar, where people who've been in this industry for 20 years are paying them to actually mentor them in appliance repair. They have become the industry leaders. And anywhere else, they will be writing books about them. You know.
Hmm.
So, but I want to thank you for that. Thank you for that.
For sure, man. App said you get multiple business plans. Greg
Yeah,
B
yeah,
said he's shooting for 200K this year.
yeah.
The reason I like bringing folks like you on is because I want people to understand, like, it's not hopeless. Like, there is this kind of drumbeat of like, it's all hopeless. No one can buy a home. Nobody can start a business. Nobody can do anything. I'm like, no, it's possible. Like when you see some of these kids on the internet talking about they can start a business in a weekend, it's a real thing.
Yeah, it is. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. And the thing about it, a lot of times with our alumni, people would tell them, "Oh, they lying. They ain't making no money. This and that." So we started having a before 12 challenge. And
Hmm.
what we would do at 12 o'clock, everybody just stop and you post and you post your checks and you post your deposits, and we'll show how much money we was making before 12. You know, a lot of people making 500, 1,500, $2,000 before 12 o'clock, and people did start getting mad about that. Y'all trying to floss and show too much money and stuff like that. But we said we won't making money. They got mad. Oh, what's up, JT? What's up,
What's up,
JT? That's my man. That's my man, man. I really appreciate it. I'm so proud
JT?
of JT.
Come pick me up in the Bugatti in Atlanta when we get out there May 21st.
Yeah, it's funny. I laughed because JT. I remember JT came. He was doing the YouTube, and I was doing real estate. He told me he wanted to do real estate, and now it's on swap. I'm doing YouTube, and now he's doing real estate.
Yeah,
I said, "You put the okey doke on me." You got me. Well, that's
listen.
my man. That's my man.
I keep
That's
telling
my
y'all,
man.
like, this is one of the easiest. Like, I keep talking about my digital real estate course, and I know I get on y'all nerves, my YouTube classes, but I'm like, y'all, this is one of the best platforms to break through, talk to people, connect with people. Um, there's one guy, I can't remember his full name, but he left Atlanta, moved to Sierra Leone, and does tours over there.
Mm-hmm.
He's done at least 6 figures multiple times over from just YouTube. Like, hey, you guys, come to Sierra Leone in this travel group, and people do. And
Yeah,
this,
I tell anybody during the pandemic, if you had got into just selling any type of course during the pandemic, you would have became a millionaire. If it was halfway decent, you would have became a millionaire. You would have became a millionaire.
for
It
sure.
was just crazy. And
Yeah, there was
one of
some,
the things,
there was a lot of stimmy money running crazy too for a while there
yeah,
too. Yeah.
and that was one of the things that I could not understand when I was looking at a lot. I guess you could say I'm pocket watching. I'm seeing a lot of money people are
Mm-hmm.
getting. When I wasn't seeing them going out and buying the cheap property at the same time. And now that money done dried up, and I can start looking. I say, oh man, they as they say the tide going back out, and you can tell the ones now.
You swimming naked, man.
Yeah, you can tell it. I can
Listen,
tell it. I can tell it now. I can
I
tell it
tell
now.
everybody, I tell everybody right now, I'm literally only new construction focused in Florida and Texas. That's it. And there's so many reasons why, and I'd be like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Banks is giving money for certain things, and I want to. I'm gonna be in the jet stream, and I'm gonna build to rent and have a certain number of properties. But we'll talk off camera. We'll talk when we're in Atlanta.
Okay.
When Terry makes us the barbecue at the smoker. Let me see. Yeah, somebody said shout out to JT. If it wasn't him, we wouldn't have found you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's real. It's real out here. But yeah, you guys. So listen, we've been here an hour. We're gonna bring you back in about I think a week or so on the
Yeah.
what the 19th or something like that. And so we'll talk more about it, and then we'll see each other in Atlanta. So if you be down there, we'll talk off camera, and that's what we're gonna do. Now, everybody, listen. The links should be in the description. If the links aren't in the description, he's gonna send me the link, and I'm gonna put it in the descriptions and pin it to the first top comment. I hope you guys have gotten some good information out of this. This has been chock full of little bits. I've already made notes. If you guys saw me writing over here, already got little clips for Instagram. Y'all better rewind and listen to this back at the first 30 minutes. Rewind and listen to it. I promise you, it's gonna be worth it. So, anyways, you guys, this is your girl Erica from the Classic Con blog, Mr. Appliance Bootcamp. Tell them where they can find you and how to find you on the internet.
You can find us on YouTube at Appliance Bootcamp. You also can come over to www.appliancebootcamp.com and you can buy any of the courses there. Also, if you would like to get in and just talk to some of the alumni, we have a group over in YouTube on Facebook called Appliance Bootcamp. Just sign up and we'll let you get in if you're interested. Just talk to some of the alumni. I try not to do too much of the conversation there because I want people to actually um,
Interact with each other.
interact with each other and actually get a sense that I'm not pushing the topic. So you
Mm-hmm.
go there, you talk to anybody, and they'll tell you about Appliance Bootcamp, and they'll tell you about their journey.
I love it. I love it. All right, say the website one more time for us.
www.appliancebootcamp.com. Just like you said on the screen, appliancebootcamp.com.
I love it. Thank you so much. And hold on a second. You guys, this is your girl Erica, Classic Climb Blog. I hope to see you out on the road. Apparently, May 21st, I'll be at Todd Millie and I'll be at a car show. If you catch me out in the public, you catch me, right? July 5th through 8th, I'll be in Panama City, Panama. And you already know August 19th and 20th will be here, Austin, Texas, for the winery and boat party event. See you guys soon.